If you've been stuck in that cycle of trying to lose weight, see a little progress, and then end up right back where you started, there's a chance it might not even be your fault. Because for a lot of people, weight gain isn't just about habits or willpower, it's about biology. And unless that's addressed directly, it can feel like nothing ever really works. That's why medications like Semaglutide and Tirzepatide have become such a big deal lately. They're not shortcuts exactly, but they do finally give your body a chance to respond the way it's supposed to. The problem is, most people just can't afford them. Between insurance denials and retail prices well over $1,300 a month, it's completely out of reach. Henry Meds was built as a way around that. It's a telehealth service that offers access to compounded GLP-1 meds supervised by real providers at a flat monthly price. And in this video, I'll walk you through what it's actually like to use it and who it really is best for. So what stood out to me about using Henry Meds is just how quick it was to get going. There's a short form that you fill out online, just your health history, any current medications, weight goals, that kind of thing. It doesn't take long. And if they need you to do some fresh labs to move forward, they'll let you know. After that, you book a video appointment with the provider. Mine was a nurse practitioner. She talked through my history, asked some follow-ups, explained what the next steps would be if I was a candidate for treatment. It felt like a regular appointment, just, on video. Once I was approved, the prescription went out to their pharmacy, and a week later, I had everything at my door. The meds, the syringes, the alcohol swabs, all packed and labeled. I went with the monthly shipment, but they do offer larger supplies too if you want fewer deliveries. And they keep up with you after that. There's this portal where you can message your provider, and every couple of months, you'll check in again over video. Y'all go over how things are going and whether your dose needs adjusting. So it's not hands-on totally, but you're not just left out in the cold either. So Henry offers a few different medications, but the two most common are, like I mentioned, Semaglutide and Tirzepatide. Those are compound versions of what you'd find in Ozempic, Wegovy, and Mounjaro. If you looked into weight loss meds at all, these names have probably come up before. Now, this isn't the brand name stuff, but the active ingredients are the same, and they're made by compounding pharmacies that Henry works with directly. What's nice is you don't have to stick to injections if that's not something you're comfortable with. For Semaglutide, there's both daily tablets and sublingual drops.
Same with Tirzepatide, it's available in dissolvable tablet form.
If you're afraid of needles, I get it, me too. So that flexibility really is nice. Now, if GLP-1s aren't what you need, they also offer phentermine, either on its own or combined with topiramate. It's an older option, taken as a daily tablet, but it's still useful for the right person. Your provider will walk through all this stuff during the consult, but it helps to know up front that there's more than one path forward. And just to be clear, this is all my personal experience, okay? I'm not a doctor. This isn't medical advice. If you are thinking of starting something like this, please definitely check in with your own provider first to make sure it's the right fit for you. So what stops most people from starting weight loss treatment isn't usually figuring out what they need, it's figuring out how to pay for it. Official meds like Wegovy or Mounjaro, those can hit like a couple of grand a month without insurance. And even with, most of them probably won't cover it. Henry skips all of that. It's a flat monthly price that includes everything from your consults to the medication itself, plus the supplies and the shipping. So here's what that looks like in practice. Semaglutide as a weekly injection starts at $197 a month for the first month, then $297 after that.
Now, the tablet and sublingual drop versions start at $164, then continue at $249. Tirzepatide in tablet form is $234 to start, then $349 per month. Liraglutide injections start at $119 and go up to $179, and phentermine starts at $40 per week.
Now you can go month to month or prepay for a bit of a discount, but either way, everything's included up front. For a lot of people who have always been priced out, this is the first time that math can actually work in your favor. And if Henry sounds like something you might want to try, there's a link in the description and down in the comments. It's an affiliate link, so we might get a small commission, but it doesn't cost you anything extra. And sometimes it'll even get you access to a better deal than what you'd find on their site. Just something to keep in mind if you're looking into it. Now, if you've never taken a medication like this before, it's completely normal to feel nervous. These aren't vitamins, this is your biology. It's a big deal. So let's talk honestly about how Henry handles the medications they prescribe. The treatments they use, like Semaglutide and Tirzepatide, these aren't the brand name versions you've seen in all the commercials. They're compounded medications, which means they're made by licensed US pharmacies using the same active ingredients, but customized instead of mass manufactured. It helps keep the cost down and makes them available when the brand name versions run out, but, and this is important, they're not officially FDA approved. That's That's something you deserve to know. Now, by no means does that mean they're unsafe, not at all, but it does mean they haven't gone through the same level of testing and quality checks as the brand name drugs. Some people have said that they didn't feel the effects they were expecting, or that their dose felt off. And you're also not getting a pre-filled pen like you would with Ozempic. It's a vial and a syringe. You'll need to draw up the dose yourself. So it's not a perfect system by any means, but for a lot of people, it's the only way to get access to these meds at all. That's the trade-off. Affordability and availability, with one or two unknowns. So after your first shipment arrives, you're not just left out on your own. You can message your provider, check in about side effects, and adjust your dose if you need. You'll also have follow-up appointments every couple of months, and for the most part, the care itself feels steady and reliable. Medical support when you need it. But like any telehealth service, things can get backed up. Some people have had trouble getting a response when a shipment was late or a charge showed up unexpectedly. Others have been confused by the way billing works, especially if they order a 2 or 3 month supply, but they still get charged monthly. And response times can be a tiny bit slow when things back up, especially around billing or shipping. And I get it, that can be frustrating when you're waiting on something time sensitive. They're not trying to leave you hanging, but it's a small team. Sometimes things slip through. There's no app here, no daily coaching. It's a simple setup focused on the medication side of things rather than lifestyle guidance. If you're the kind of person who needs those regular check-ins, fast replies, this might be a little annoying. But if you're just looking for legit clinical support, it is more than enough. Because if you've been priced out of traditional options, or if insurance has always been a dead end, this is one of the few places that can give you real access for less than a whole month's rent. You don't need a perfect health record. You don't need to prove you've tried everything else. If you're ready to take this seriously and you're open to what the provider recommends, you're already most of the way there. It also helps if you're self-directed, because Henry doesn't offer nutrition coaching or daily check-ins. You won't have someone walking you through every step. But if you're comfortable managing your own day-to-day and just need help with the medical side, this is going to do the trick. And yes, you should be aware of the risks. Compounded medications, they're not one size fits all. But if you understand that trade-off and it still makes sense to you, this can be one of the most approachable ways to finally get started. Because for a lot of people, this isn't just about weight. It's about feeling stuck for years, asking for help and being told no, or priced out, or made to feel like it's your own fault. Eventually, that takes a toll. You stop asking, you stop hoping, you start to learn to live with the idea that care like this just isn't for you. What makes Henry different isn't just the price or the convenience, it's that they don't ask you to earn your way in. You don't need to prove you've tried hard enough. You don't need to have it all figured out. You just need to be ready to make that first step. For the kind of person who's been waiting for a chance like this, it can feel like something finally opened up. Not perfect, but possible. And sometimes that's all you need to get started. So hopefully you found this review helpful. And if you did, I'd really appreciate a like on this video. And if Henry sounds like it might be a fit for you, there's that link in the description for more info. Like I mentioned earlier, that's an affiliate link, and sometimes there are discounts there that aren't available on their main site. Also, if you're interested in working with us or sponsoring a future video, just reach out using the email in the description below. If you have any questions or want to talk about losing weight, head on down to the comments. I do my best to answer as many as I can. Thanks so much for sticking around, and I will see you in the next video.